What's up, everybody? Welcome back. East Coast Throwdown, Community Throwdown. What is this, week 8, week 9 now
Mhm.
of Series 2? It doesn't matter.
Something like
What
that, yeah.
matters is the games. I'm Brad Muse. Joining me today is Liston the Prince. Both of us at home because we're not at Frosty's yet.
No,
Opening up with some Street Fighter 5 this evening. Are you going to Frosty?
I am not going to Frosty, but I'm anxiously awaiting all the action on stream. I will be stream
This,
monstering it up with
yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody who waited to travel at the last second is entering into tonight's tournament. Perhaps there's even some people playing on some hotel Ethernet because I know people are already out there. Maybe not for Street Fighter though. I don't know how much we want to trust CFN for that. But our winners finals for Street Fighter already waiting in the wings. SpaceBoy versus Prophet, a match that we have seen just a couple of times in these last couple of weeks. SpaceBoy in
Oh yeah,
particular, I'm going to draw attention to for the character choice. We've seen between last week and this week, between this show, between Casa, between Next Level, we're seeing a little bit of Spaceboy and we're seeing a little bit of Luke.
mm. Yeah. I remember something that Spaceboy said yesterday. He said, I want to play Sakura, and I wanted to have Luke for her bad matchups, but then I realized that Luke wins her bad matchups and wins her good matchups too. So the
It sounds like you jumped up the tier list to get a better look, is what it sounds like.
yeah,
Which is a shame.
I
I
mean,
loved Spaceboy's Sakura. I thought Spaceboy on Sakura was so good. But
yeah,
I
but
mean
I
his Luke
understand.
looks good too.
I understand. I completely understand. You pick the best tool in your belt for the job,
Yeah.
and Luke is that tool.
Right. Luke is a Swiss Army knife as a tool. Just like you want a zone, here's a beam. You want a maul, here you go. You know, +2 M strength normals, and you vortex in
Yeah,
like
you
you have
want to
Cammy walk
play.
speed built into your limbs. Like you want to play
Yeah, you
footsies,
want to
here you go.
you want
Here's
to
a good
footsie. He's kind of like
here's a good
Karen.
low forward. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
he's kind of like Karen, but with health, with more health.
And Magneto disruptor.
Oh yeah, Estaka. Estaka. It's not
Yeah.
Estaka. But yeah. But no, but seriously though, Luke, very strong character. Obviously,
Yeah.
they wanted to make sure that the character, being the last character being added to Street Fighter V, was a playable character as far as competition goes. And I think he's came in, and in my opinion, I think it's very hard to say that he's not a contender for best character in the game.
He's certainly seeming up there right now. I think it took us perhaps a little longer than I would have expected, given that,
Hmm.
Luke dropped, what, like a couple of months ago at this point. Luke's been
Yeah.
in for long enough that, people have had the time to play around with him, and he didn't
Well,
make that huge splash.
he does have a learning curve, like the charge combos.
Sure.
I still see people drop them every now and again. So it's not like perfectly ingrained in everyone's like muscle memory to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the damage is there.
yeah,
Well,
I
if
just
you know what
mean
I mean.
that I feel like for a lot of characters, there's often that knee-jerk reaction of like, oh wow, this character's really good. And I feel
Mm,
like the knee-jerk reaction to Luke was, oh, we all thought this character was gonna be, maybe a little whack, but this character's actually super cool. And then,
yeah.
he dropped, I think he dropped maybe like a week or so before CO, so that would have been late November, early December. And now we're on the back half of January going into February, and only now we're like, okay, damn, it's been 2 months. This character's a problem. And I feel like it's really rare to see that kind of a progression. Normally the character either is like lands and we're like, damn, they're good, or they
Mm,
land and it's like, it's not going to happen. And then you don't end up seeing a lot of development. Um,
yes.
Maybe just by way of the fact that like 5 has been around for as long as it is, and a lot of people have played their characters for as long as they have, and it's like, all right, you know what, let's experiment and play around a little bit. We are loading
Yeah.
in here for our winners finals match. Prophet is going straight to the Oro. I saw Prophet playing the Gil in the Casa brackets last night up until I think literally the last game of grand finals, and it did not work.
You know
So
what?
going right for the
I
Oro here.
I appreciate this pick because not for nothing, like two very interesting characters in Prophet's tool belt, so to speak. And I haven't really been seeing a lot of Oro from anywhere. So I really appreciate these picks, even in a situation like Winter. And when you
Oh,
look at
he's
like
able to
Prophet
set up.
win, he's not winning because the character's super cheap. He's grinding these matches out. Yeah, already has Tango Zone too.
I feel like he got that really quick. Oh no, that's really unfortunate. Wow. So I remember when we watched Prophet's Oro, I think it was last week, you talked at length about everything that Sagat needs to do in order to micromanage the situation around EX Fireball to his benefit. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Luke can just spend the 1 EX bar, 0 travel time, smokes the whole screen.
yeah. I mean, even the regular Fireball probably smokes it anyways too, because with the startup time that you'd have to call out Tengu Stone, or I'm sorry, like the B skill. Yeah, that look
Right.
smoked. And on top of that, like SpaceBoy had the opportunity to charge up B skill and then jump over the other fireball and get an empty jump punish.
Oh,
But SpaceBoy
smart
in a
utilization
very
of the V
strong-
reversal. Doesn't want to play her on Tengu Stone at all. There's so much damage on deck here for this. Are we going to see the same thing we saw from Prophet last time? Yeah, largely tries to play the throw game.
All right, Prophet is sitting on some bar. May not even need to use any of it. I like this corner situation, but never mind. Never mind.
That was I think there were 2 like low forward pokes that if they had been buffered behind them, Prophet could well have won out that round.
Yeah.
And brought up to a round 3, which
But I
obviously
get it
easier
still.
said than done, right? It's not trivial to just hit confirm every low forward, but
And
you
I
know
don't
those are the
think-
kinds of
I'm not
things
even
that you look for.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Oro has a buffer window that's hit confirmable like that. Like, surely not up there with Luke's or even like Karen's or anything like that. And plus, like the EX kick, it's negative. It's punishable.
Yeah, you
Alright,
can
but,
see
like,
that
SpaceBoy-
Prophet is trying to play this like spacing trap style game, like right at the tip of his low forward range, right outside of it. But that problem is that auto spacing that Luke brings to the table. He's right outside of it, and maybe his limbs in a vacuum wouldn't connect here, but he lunges forward to catch you.
Yeah. All right. Spends a Virusal. Probably not trying to play for Tengu Stone. Probably trying to play a more controlling game. Oh, but he's gonna get Tengu Stone if he survives this. Will not survive this. All right. SpaceBoy. It is 3 out of 5, so not exactly on set point yet, but it's looking pretty good. Unless Prophet can answer back.
Ooh, no anti-air. That's really unfortunate. I feel like one of the things that we were giving Prophet a lot of credit for when we saw Prophet play last week was a really strong anti-air game. Wake up, reversal, gets baited. SpaceBoy's got tons of resources here to cash it. Only needs to spend the 1 bar and still gets damn near 50% damage.
Nice link from Prophet. Oh, and the EX Fireball gets the party started a little bit, but Luke, with such a good jump arc, able to just jump over that and disrupt that zoning.
I feel like that EX Fireball just straight up punished Prophet for the regular Fireball. Even though the Fireball was already mid-screen, it's just like, there's so little travel time, you just do not want to get in a zoning war with him.
Alright, some decent damage, but SpaceBoy's still alive. And the challenge, the punish on the standing jab. The standing jab is -4 on block. But it's not an easy thing to be like, oh, someone just jabbed, I'm gonna punish. So good eye on Prophet's side.
Yeah, it's very string centric, sort of like an MK character or a Tekken character, where it's like,
Yes.
or even like in an anime title where it's like, yeah, there's stuff that can come after it. It's not the move itself that you're worried about. It's that in order to punish it, you need to be aware that they're not going to continue the string, and instead they're going to stagger the offense.
That was a really good double jump there. Wow, the jump in just cleanly avoided the up fireball. And this could be the end of the game, and I think it is, yeah.
For the 1 bar?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh my god,
dead.
2 bars. Close it out. Jesus, this man's got some damage. Who put this
he's dead.
old, decrepit character in this MMA ring?
Yeah, I had no faith he was gonna survive that. I was like, he's dead. I've been hit with some stuff with Sagat, and Sagat has a bigger health bar than Oro. And I was like, I think my character's dead. I definitely know Oro is gonna be dead.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
we're back to the lobby. Not necessarily character select, but it may well be. Uh,
it's possible
do
that
we see the gill
maybe
switch?
the Gill switch, or maybe the Urian's gonna come back out to play.
I haven't seen the Urian in so
I
long.
mean,
I mean, once it
most
became the
likely it's the Gill.
gill online, I stopped seeing the Urian altogether.
I actually don't think Gill is a bad choice here. You'd have to parry, so you can nullify the strength of the projectile game if that's what you want to do. Because when I look at Oro is playing at Luke's pace, and maybe if you had a parry, you wouldn't have to play at it. But no, Prophet has faith in the character. Maybe you just have to think about it a little bit. And to be fair, if you're playing Oro at this point in tournament, you're locked in on the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean for sure. This is not a great start here for Prophet already. Although finding the low forward, better buffers here into the command grab, getting the side switch.
Yeah, a more rewarding buffer. All right, but speaking about rewarding buffers, that's the any fierce. Oh, it drops the link, but that is -2 on block if you does do a semi charge. Clean jump again.
Big jump in. Yeah, SpaceBoy has trigger on deck. I'm going to be watching for some sort of a trigger. There's Tengu Stone. No, actually saves all the V gauge just to get out of the Tengu Stone. And now back to neutral. We got the laser beams on deck.
All right, but yeah, so willing to take throws. And then if you're really willing to take throws, it kind of weakens the strength of Tengu Stone.
Oh, even ready to chase down the tricky air movement with the jump jab. That's one of the things Prophet loves to go for, the tricky in-out double jumps to try to bait anti-airs. But if you're wise to it and just meet them in the air, it's far less committal once you see Prophet is already in the air. Because what's he gonna do? Land and then punish you when you land very shortly after him? We got some corner pressure here. Next hit will be stun. Oh no, we're actually cashing out for the stun on this combo.
Oh, going for the max damage. I mean, scaling is at max, so I wouldn't spend any bar on it. Oh, but the back throw, this could be a problem. Alright, defending the V reversal. I completely agree. Prophet needs to do whatever possible to prevent the robbery right now.
Right, cashes out the V skill. We get the target combo knockdown, shimmy, bites, and works. That's an unfortunate drop, but SpaceBoy gonna be able to, once this goes at a certain point, we're gonna see the V trigger activation. There it is, and the back throw should close it out, and it does. A clean sweep for SpaceBoy once again with the Luke. I say once again because I watched this matchup happen just last night, and it went not dissimilarly. The Luke just kind of overpowering Prophet, and I feel like it feels not dissimilar to what we see when we watched Umisho's Happy Chaos and the Guilty Gear egg of what we do here on Thursdays at Community Throwdown, which is like, oh wow, here's this new character. People need to figure out what the hell to do about this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though obviously when we're talking about Guilty Gear, right, and we're talking about Happy Chaos, that's a completely different story. This character is just zoning you out, and then you're just trying to get in. I don't think Luke is quite on that level of control, right? But at the same time,
Sure.
on the same time, like at the same time, look at Oro versus Luke, and Oro has a specific game plan, and Luke just happens to be the right key to open that lock. Like, nah, I'm gonna stop. And what's problematic about it too is that Luke doesn't really need to use EXs very often.
Right.
Like if obviously it's the low medium kick and the EX, the double uppercut, whatever, right? The twin pistons, so to speak. If we're talking about Tekken, right?
Right.
But like yeah, but like Luke doesn't really need to use EXs that much. So when and in the Oro matchup, he's always gonna have the meter to punish you for trying to set up shop. Now you spent your EX, you're trying to set up shop. I see your EX and I raise you my EX. Now I nullified all that. You lost life, you lost your bar. I didn't lose anything. I get to charge this up now. I have another resource. a get in free +2. Now you gotta guess type of situation. So I feel like Luke just happens to be a very good, like a very bad matchup for Oro because of how much control he dictates in that matchup.
Sure, but it's like we were talking about before we went live.
Mm,
Who has a good matchup against Luke? I'm scratching my head of like, all right,
mm.
what play style even uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So I was about to transition and talk about the loser semis, and we got some new information. The loser semis is actually different than what I had seen on the bracket. It is going to be Shine, Mr. 350 PC himself with the $3 shape up, versus Arturo Sanchez down there in the loser semis. Art taking it over Joe Ume Rogan, and 350 taking it over Mylin, who actually had a really good showing last night. I think Mylin got third last night
Okay.
over at the Casa.
I
So
think
who is Shine playing right now? Because obviously we've seen
probably
the
Cody.
Jury, we've seen the Cody.
I mean, unless Shine has also joined the Luke bandwagon, I would say it would be fair that we will see Cody. Uh, um,
That's that,
well,
that's my
well, it depends
guess.
because Arturo, because the thing is Cody versus Dalsim is terrible for Cody. So there's a good
Okay,
chance there'll be another match, maybe the Ibuki, maybe the Jury, right?
okay.
Who knows? But I've definitely seen Shine use Cody in that matchup and do decently. So that's not
I
completely out of the question as well.
Yeah, I think part of the reason I ask is like I'm racking my brain, and for some reason I want to believe that I was surprised by a character choice from Shine in the last like month or two. Nope,
Mm,
here's the
but gonna
Ibuki.
be
So
Ibuki.
like not overwhelmingly surprised, but this is an old
Yeah,
hat for Shine.
out of all of Shine's characters that I've seen used in tournament, Ibuki is probably the best equipped for this matchup. All right, but like it will be the Dawson versus the Ibuki. We had this matchup in quite a while because Shine has been rocking the Cody.
Interestingly,
All right,
this
but
character matchup prompts Art to get off of the skill 2 that he seems to favor in a lot of other matchups. Wants that
oh yeah.
float so that he can sort of pick his spots on the screen a little bit different. Not getting a whole lot of opportunity to play right now, though. Max range
Mhm.
slide into the carpet, and now we got a little bit of
Yeah, like
screen left.
yeah, float is so important for avoiding kunais too. It's, it's a really important part of the matchup. Or but so yes, as you said before, not really getting a chance to play at least on offense. Right now, Shine seems content to like hold his lead, but
That's a lot of
mm,
gray life to then immediately lose on the ice kick as I highlight the amount of gray life. But this is still any touch for Shine. We got plus frames into a mix-up. Art has to
good
be
block.
the, like block for his life. Max range slide, but goes unpunished. Low forward
Oh
catches from Art,
no.
but a whiffed, I assume, TK teleport?
Yeah, like
Some sort of
and
TK
that
something that did not come out properly and got blown up a
surely
little
with
bit.
the teleport just chase down whatever tech Shine did. But unfortunately for Arturo, that was a really good comeback, and maybe it was possible that it would have happened after that mix-up. But the drop gives Shine that round. All right, good offense from Arturo. Something that he didn't get to do with in the first beginning of the round, the last round. Now taking complete control over it. But that jump in lands. Mm.
Oh, we're hanging on to all that V gauge. I guess we want the ability to get like slide into carpet. I'm a really I'm not gonna say surprised, but I would have expected Art to use some of that V gauge defensively. Wants all this
Uh,
gray life, which is cashing out pretty decently, but you might just be dead anyway.
yeah. Didn't even get a chance to even use that great life. Had some bar, but Shine able to get the conversion off the crush counter and close out that first game. And I'm not saying that that game was free. It definitely was not free. But that blessed will go to Shine. I wonder if Shine is going to Frosties as well. Oh, it goes for
Oh,
the overhead.
I'm
And
intrigued at that call because, like, is the hope that Shine is going to be caught unawares enough that he is not ready for the punish? Because I feel like that's a
yeah,
gamble
like
that you don't really want to take at this level.
I was questioning that call as well because that he did get punished and Shine kind of got in afterwards, and that's a call that usually Arturo doesn't make.
Right?
But maybe
Slide
testing the waters.
activate. Ooh, nice check on the command dash. Keeps Shine cooking.
Mm,
Wants it well done. That's what you get. Flame broiled. First
nicely
round on the
done.
board now in this game 2 for NYcfurby.
All right, but yeah, very commanding round there. Once Arturo got out of the corner, but Arturo doing a good job of keeping him out. And good checks as well too. Like you see, Shine was trying to fade out something, maybe delaying the string, but Arturo was ready. Nice
Oh.
punish and a full conversion as well.
Yeah, and has enough life left that it's entirely possible that he could get another V trigger back, depending on
Hmm.
whether we get any utilization of V skill here.
Yeah, it's definitely possible now. After that crush counter, all right, the V reversal to get out of that situation. Oh, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he is. The whiff punishment from Shine has been really good. Another thing Shine has been doing really well that's making it difficult for Art is Shine is varying up the air options, and it's making it very difficult for Art to make a choice for anti-air. So Shine's getting a lot of jump-ins going unchecked.
Yeah. I mean, once you have a bar with Ibuki, you have to be really wary of that jump EX kunai. It's not like, oh, it's gonna hit you and you get knocked out. No, you get hit with a conversion. Good block in the 50-50. Shine chooses to stay for us out of the corner.
Man was blocking some standing medium kick.
Oh, nice
Wake up
challenge
reversal, lets it rip. Kunai does not trade effectively with the fireball. Art chooses the opportunity to push all the way back to the corner, but now Shine has the way out. Shine with trigger on deck, though. This could still be a huge swing in Shine's favor. The dive kick lands too high. This is exactly the swing it needs to be. But kind of whiffs the mix-up a little bit.
Yeah, the mix-up was slightly off, giving Arturo opportunity, but Shine still has a good chance of taking this, and he will take the game. And that's
that was
it.
So smart. Yeah, going up a comparatively quick 2 games, and I love the neutral jump call at the end there, right? Like, you see the fireball come out, you know that Art, with all the gray light that's there, Art is banking on, like, I just need one guess, the fireball generates some plus frames, I can teleport in. So Shine holds north, navigates around it, and comes down with the limb with the expectation to blow up the teleport. Works out wonderfully. That is the type of read that one makes when one is very familiar with the matchup and the player.
And the button that he chose too was medium kick, which is a cross up. So if you teleport on either side, it will punish on both sides. So that's another great decision too. While and even if Arturo chooses not to teleport in, there was a neutral jump that avoided the fireball anyways. So like everything was covered. Like, okay, I'm not blocking this situation, so you can be plus, and then I get to eat a 50-50, possibly a sniper or a low attack coming in. No, I'm gonna avoid that. And then no, you took the mix up. Now I'm gonna cover both directions as well.
Yeah,
So
and it's exactly the type of situation that we see Art go for a lot, right? Because what happens after you block the fireball, which covers the teleport? Now Sim is right in your face post teleport, has some frame advantage. What are you now dealing with? Is he going low, throw, or does he have the shooter on the roof with the scope? You're immediately worried about all of that. And Shine just zooped right on out of there. You didn't know. It was like an Ocean's 11 twist. You're like, nope, but it was a fake bank vault the whole time. I was up here.
You know what?
Shine.
Usually Arturo is better covered in that situation because he'd have V skill 2, and then it's coming back, and it's much more difficult to neutral jump that fireball because it's gonna come back. And then you have a situation where it's kind of guaranteed the mix up. Not that it's gonna hit, but you have to eat the mix.
Right.
Like you can't mash DP out. You just straight up. You got to guess for game now. And the funny thing is, picking V skill 1 over V skill 2, had to pick V skill 1 for the matchup. But in that situation, V skill 2 would have helped out way more.
Yeah. Okay. So character switches from both Shine and Prophet here. This is actually the matchup that I kind of expected, right? Shine gonna go to the Cody, gonna use the Crime Sway and the knife. My expectation, I don't know why I had the immediate read of Gil, right? But Prophet on the Gil, going for the Fire V-Trigger instead of the Ice loadout that I saw a lot from him yesterday. I wonder why that is. Maybe you feel like just the more explicit control of the pace of the matchup rather than needing the big swing. You're going to need a big swing right now, though, as Shine is already off to a dominant lead in this round. Goes for the throw reset in the corner. Prophet wisely techs, but Prophet needs to try to sneak out of the ring here. Holding some down charge. No, I was waiting for the EX knee out. Instead, we're getting the trigger activation.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly I think that this trigger is for the fireball game that Cody has, but we don't even see Shine even going towards a fireball game. That was just straight offense. And then even when Prophet pushed him to the middle of the screen, I think that was 70% of the screen. What was it say the middle of the screen? Like, Shine fought all the way back. No, that's your corner. That's yours. He is the mayor. But all right, and once again we find this corner situation trash. I don't know. Okay, I was like, what do you think he's gonna have to do to get out of this?
I mean, this is huge, but that's like a pseudo mix-up. Goes for the little shimmy. Shine does not bite, and I feel like one of the weaknesses here off of that trigger activation route was just like we didn't exactly blow resources, but you didn't get a whole lot of damage. And now Shine expertly already pushing us back. We're, I think, just past mid-screen. Plus frames on EX Song. There's the knife.
Oh, he's got a knife.
What have you got? A knife!
Oh, you know what?
What a trip guard!
Shine has definitely seen that before. Wanted to use the knee at that situation. Shine's not biting.
Brings out the other knife. Plus frames on the tornado sweep. Has to spin the V reversal. Prophet's fully loaded with CA here, but short of like the most pristine route, I think we need one more touch before a CA kill is really on deck. Gets a little too antsy to get out of the corner, and Shine has the anti-air on lock.
Cody. Yeah, will not come that game. And I wonder, I doubt the aura was coming. Maybe he just needs to warm up the Gil a little bit. Right, maybe Prophet needs to warm up the Gil a little bit, but I don't know. It's not looking very promising, especially since a lot of the strings that you could possibly do with Gil into Fireball, Cody has sway. If it's not
right, and
if it's spaced out, then you get punished for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, when I was thinking about this matchup sort of in the lobby, that's the thing that I was wondering about, is like Prophet really loves to use those fireballs and vary up like slow versus fast fireball to cover his ability to switch from max range to, you know, a mid-range spacing trap game. And meanwhile, Cody just doesn't necessarily have to care about all of that.
Yeah, it's not about that. But Prophet, I was going to say Prophet was in a very good situation until that whiffed step kick. Shine has a corner situation. Burosa comes to want to take the negative situation.
Yeah, I agree with that. Having to trade these fireballs to try to earn some space, but we're in the same spot again. Manages to get far enough away that Shine is not able to trip guard the knee, but you saw the Shine was trying. You saw the standing jab mash to get that target combo.
Yeah, like, definitely Shine is very aware of these situations. That was the spacing was off, wasn't able to punish it, but is actually actively looking for that situation. Now Prophet, I was gonna say Prophet is in a decent spot, but not anymore after losing Retribution. But wait a minute.
See, I like some of the adjustments we're seeing here. Another trigger activation here for Shine. The walk back, but Prophet is too afraid after the walk back to swing back. I think Prophet's had really great reads on the shimmies. I kind of wish that Prophet would take that read, elevate it one more level, and swing back through once he's displaced it and be more mindful and watch for the whiff punish there, because we're leaving damage on the table. What I was gonna say is, I feel like there were two changes in that round that I loved from Prophet. One was leaving the fire stack on and playing slower game to let the burn damage stack, combined with using standing medium kick more to slow down Shine in the mid-range. We are going to get the stun here. The frozen stun, in fact. Not going to have enough damage to close this out for the game, I don't think. It's gonna be one more guess for
All right.
game. Throw gets teched.
Yeah, you know what though? Like Prophet's playing really good. Everything was going in his favor. Shine, oh wow, lands the counter hit. Yeah, this corner has been the death of Prophet as far as games go. And if he gets a stun right now, it's over.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a one-touch game, but Shine could really make
Oh,
something
no.
happen. Gets the back throw off the target combo, trip guards that knee again, but Prophet cashes out the bar, armors through the tornado throw.
You know,
Close it out. Just barely.
Prophet had a near perfect and was in danger of losing the game. Alright, nice forward throw. Alright, Prophet checks. Oh, and there goes the sway and the fireball. That's why you don't want to do that with Gil in this matchup. I think it's over.
You might be dead.
Oh, very
Oh
close,
no, just
but
barely not. That was especially with V-Trigger 1, that was a situation where it's very, very difficult for Gil to make something happen. Like, I think you called out the idea for Trigger 1 is that you want to supplement that zoning game. The zoning game hasn't been happening. We've only really seen the triggers activated in combos and using them as combo extensions and not bringing a whole lot of damage to it. If we stay on the Gil, I think I want to see the switch to the other V-Trigger, but I'm expecting we're going to see the switch to the Oro.
Well, okay, the other V-Trigger, like, it's for mix-ups, right? But V-Trigger 1 is for utility because now you're standing medium kicks or your other buttons become kind of dangerous. You can like trigger or make them safe. But yeah, it's iffy what you pick because then the way that Prophet's playing the matchup, he's getting cornered. The other trigger is like, oh, I'm trying to 50-50 you a lot, and I feel like that doesn't really match Prophet's playstyle.
I agree with you, but I think what's happening is a lot of these situations where like Prophet is getting a lot of damage on a lead, but then when things swing back around and Shine gets momentum off of his own trigger, what's happening is Prophet is not in a spot where there's enough volatility behind his character to really swing stuff back into his favor. We don't see any change. It's still Trigger 1 here. Just wanted to go back to the lobby and think about it a little bit, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What I was going to say is, like, I kind of wish that Prophet had made the switch largely so that if he needs to make the comeback, he has a resource there in order to try to do it.
Alright, but nevertheless, Prophet's gonna stick to his gun, so to speak. Oh, I feel like so much more could have happened after that. That Larry into the dice fireball, but you know what? So much more is happening after that, but just not in Prophet's favor. Oh, and that's that point for Shine.
Yeah, and that was Shine set up hella cozy in Prophet's head there. So much distance, so many frames between each of those crouching jabs, and then threaded his walk forward to get the throw around Prophet's crouch jab. Like whiff punished crouch jab with the throws. Like, yeah, you're gonna try to whiff punish me here. Finds the counter poke through the blocked Prime Sway follow up here to Prophet. We're gonna cash out some retribution stacks.
Alright. Is that stun? Yeah, it is stun. Alright, this should be the run.
Oh no, didn't want to cash out any meter. I think if you had spent, you could have spent one EX bar at least and guaranteed the kill. I get playing greedy, like, I'm not even gonna say greedy. He believed that it would kill. I don't think he made the decision to not kill him. I think he miscalculated his damage. But what a shame that will be.
No, but eventually had to spend the EX anyways just to close out. My whole thing is better safe than sorry. I'm dropping the bar. If I have any doubt, I'm dropping the bar.
No, I mean, of course. I'm always down for, if I have to spend I would rather spend the bar and not have needed to.
Alright, but Shine once again. I think it's been this situation right here is the story of this set. The Shine, the aggressor, Prophet defending in the corner. For most of the set. All right, but
No,
Prophet
I
with a
mean, you're
trigger.
right. The most that it hasn't been this has been Prophet able to momentarily get out of the corner or
Oh
push
no.
Shine into the other corner, but it has largely swung back around. Follows up with the juggle off of the tornado throw. 2 bars on deck. The right hit here will kill. Plus frames off the tornado. Prophet finds the V-trigger activation, but once again, I wish that we were on the other trigger and we would have more of a
Hmm.
swing behind this.
Yeah, I can see
Like,
your
just
point.
like that, all of your momentum is gone. Now Shine with his own trigger activation. Any hit will do it. Catches with the low off the frame trap and closes out 3-0 on the clean sweep.
Y- Yeah, I see what you mean. This trigger is pretty solid, but where's the cheap?
Yeah, and I think
Where,
I
where's
think
the cheap?
Solid wasn't winning. Solid wasn't winning this matchup.
Mm,
Prophet was, if we were going based on Solid, Prophet had a lot of great sequences where he was playing really solid, right, and was in a lot of control. What happened was
I think.
Shine would, like, there isn't enough, killing power off of Gil. Gil kind of wants to like live in that moment, try to keep the game stable. And Cody, meanwhile, is going to scrape it up and get in a brawl with you. And once Shine was able to swing it back in his favor at all, Cody swings it much more into his favor than I think Gil did. And it puts Prophet in this situation where it's like, if I get my turn back, all I really do is bring us back to normalcy when sometimes I kind of need to pull out some cheap stuff. And
Yeah, you know what
sure,
though? Like,
the other trigger isn't the cheapest, but it's marginally better. It gives something else on the table, or at the very least, you use the ice charge on block to get near full screen coverage and get some space.
I see your point because like if they're playing solid, Shine was playing solid too. It's just the Shine solid beats your solid. Because you saw like the sways coming out punishing the fireballs. They weren't happening in the first round at all, but then they started happening later on. Oh, now we're not even gonna see Cody on this match. We're gonna see the Ibuki opting for a more mobile character, a character with a 3 framer, a character with a DP, a
This
character
is smart.
with some mix.
Yeah, I like this between the V skill to be able to get your V triggers as quick as possible, but
Mm,
also I think the strength of EX Kunai and Air Kunai is probably huge. Displacing her hurt box with the V skill
mm.
as a measure against Luke's hitboxes stretching forward is like a really interesting interaction that I think may lend
Oh,
well
nice.
to this character matchup here for Shine.
SpaceBoy gambling 2 times in a row, gambling the big punch. There goes that one I was talking about with the punch and Shine neutral jumping it and then betting on DP again. Or yeah, and that's the thing about trying to challenge DP in the air. Her jump mobility is so good with
Yeah.
the EX kunais, the regular jump that you can get DPs to whiff like that.
Well, that's another interesting thing. It looks like her kunai doesn't interact with the laser beam, right? It doesn't interact with Luke's fireball. So if
No,
she spends the EX kunai, it's not like Luke can just spend an EX bar to nullify it, right? You're
yeah.
losing out on that trade because you're still gonna hold that knockdown from the kunai.
Oh, definitely, definitely. All right, but she's gonna hold this knockdown, and all right, has to use a reversal there. Yeah, the damage, the stun was looming. All right, but Spaceful in a really commanding spot now. Shine doing his best to fight out the corner, lands that, gets a side switch as well. Now Shine's
Wow,
controlling
I
the
didn't
corner.
I didn't even see the walk under, like just barely found that side switch. Great whiff punish here. We got the knockdown. Once the mix up just goes for the low check. Every little bit of these V skills on block is just a little bit more V gauge, and here we are with the second shuriken of the round. He got one
Oh,
earlier this round, right?
and you see like Spaceboy isn't even challenging the jumps with DPs anymore. Shine has done such a good job of dissuading Spaceboy from that option. But right now, Shine has no kunais. Yeah, and that's a detriment.
Yeah,
And
that's
because
something that
yeah,
I feel like I criticize Shine about every time I watch Shine Zabuki is Shine. There's a couple of cheeky spots where Shine will let the full kunai rip, and I'm usually
mm,
not a fan of it. Like, it's great when it works, and the call is usually in a spot where if it works, it'll kill. But I
yeah,
feel like when it doesn't work, if you know that it's coming, Shine surrenders any opportunity to close out the round.
Yeah, like you saw right there, it kind of opened the door for SpaceBoy, and SpaceBoy was able to capitalize, punishing the reload. But anyways, going into this round, Shine with a really commanding like SpaceBoy has trigger available. When will he activate?
Managed to generate the plus frames, but afraid of a reversal possibly. The reversal gets thrown. SpaceBoy, any hit should kill right now. Shine in a pretty good spot. Yeah, just an air EX kunai. And just that extra little bit of that air mobility, giving SpaceBoy enough pause to surrender the air control. And it's making all the difference in this matchup, because now suddenly the fact that Luke has a fantastic fireball that controls the screen and these great footsie buttons that get him in from a misleading distance, none of that matters anymore, because one, Ibuki's V skill is being used and leaning her back as Luke leans forward, and two is going to the air and using the verticality to displace Luke's horizontal strengths anyway.
Yeah, and then Luke, like SpaceBoy got hit. I'm sure that possibly that was supposed to be EXDP, but the EX kunai is so fast that you don't get the same amount of time that you would on a regular jump to anti-air. SpaceBoy's just waking up with jump. Alright, gonna have to plus frame there, spending the EX to get that plus frame.
Yeah, just willing to take the throw. Shine seems wise to that and is just representing the throw very often. But like, as long as you're keeping the stun as high as it is, yeah, that's going to close out the round. The stun stayed high. SpaceBoy took the throw, which was the right call in the V-trigger mix-up situation, especially because eating the damage would have resulted in a stun, but never disassociated for long enough to get the stun to go away. Not wake up DP, anti-air DP is able to...
Oh!
Wow, you jump over the fireball? Okay, that's huge.
Interesting.
I think Shine is showing us something. Like, we were like, oh, who beats Luke? Maybe Ibuki beats Luke.
Maybe, but then Luke lands a hit. Surely this will be good damage. No, goes for the Oki instead. Shine wakes up with a backdash. And Shine is sitting on trigger. Gonna use the plus rooms again. No, this time try the backdash, take the air hit. Didn't want to take the throw this time. Anti-airs are ready, but SpaceBoy gets his back throw. What's the mix-up gonna be? Oh, the delay cancel.
Plus frames after it. Low check. That's like the second low check that Shine has put out that has not been ready to capitalize on. This is such a scary spot. Trigger now gone for SpaceBoy, but this is still a one-touch situation for both of them. The shimmy works, and Shine closes out a second game.
Yeah, really smart usage of throws, and then like how scared SpaceBoy would be of taking a throw right there, because obviously you have a pixel life now you don't have a choice. You can't take it anymore. You have to tech these throws, bringing out the shimmy later on, and Shine has not been shimmying very often, so that's such a smart spot to bring it out. Oh yeah, missing the conversion, but you know, one drop deserves another, right? One good drop.
Buffers the DP behind the standing medium kick for the anti-air. Another anti-air DP. SpaceBoy may be getting a little bit wise to the rhythm, but just as I say that, commits to the fireball and gets target comboed on.
Yeah, and then there's a stubbornness to Shine's play too. He's like, yo, you anti-aired me? Can you do it again? Can you do it again?
The air kunai works out.
Yeah, like just when SpaceBoy's game was dedicated to anti-airing, Shine was like, all right, so now you're anti-airing with DPs. Now I'm gonna throw out the EX kunai, and it works like money.
And it's like we're seeing that sort of rock paper scissors evolution evolve, the weapon triangle utilization evolving, and now we're back to regular jumps.
Yeah, like Shine is so good at just mixing up the options. Like, okay, now you're ready for this. Now I can bring it back to the original thing that I started with. Alright, SpaceBoy, alright, checks the dash. Oh, it doesn't activate.
That's like the first time that Shine didn't just straight up go for throw in that situation, and SpaceBoy would have died from the throw. So SpaceBoy, after 3 games, was like, well, this is the spot where I'm not going to take the throw. This is where I challenge, and got smoked for it. A clean comparatively
Mm.
quick 3-0 bracket reset here from
Do you
Shine.
feel like we're gonna have a character switch? Because obviously Luke is a strong character. Luke is probably stronger than any other character that SpaceBoy has in his repertoire. But the difference is you don't have the experience with this character that you do with the others.
And then there's
I
the
wonder.
character pick, the counter pick mind game at play, right? Like
Hmm.
who is SpaceBoy most likely to make the switch to? It would either be Seth, which I'm not completely sure that Seth would be the pick, or Sakura.
I think
But
it sucked.
how so, so uh, how does Cody Sakura go? Because if the
Mm.
matchup starts to swing back in your favor, Shine has that Cody on deck in the back. So you
Well, of
start to
course,
think
of
about
course.
like, I can play B. Here we are.
What a
Okay,
guess.
because it's the bracket reset. Shine can already switch characters. So
Hmm.
Cody Sakura.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shine is like, yep, yep. I've smoked that, Luke. I think this. Wait a minute. Oh no, maybe Shine didn't want the Cody.
Oh yeah, that's what it's looking like.
I mean, to be fair, you can pick whatever character you want, or I don't know. Maybe Shine was AFK for a second, and then and ran back and wasn't completely ready for the round. Wants to wants to restart the round.
Okay.
Okay.
Confirmation, he picked the wrong character. He did not mean to pick Cody. I felt so smart in that moment of like, yo, the preemptive counter pick, let's go.
Oh no. All right, so
Sakura wins.
going back to the Ibuki for this matchup, maybe Shine's in the Ibuki mood. Doesn't have to be in the Ibuki mood because as per tournament rules, if you reset the bracket, then it's a new set. So if you win the first 3 out of 5, you have the option of switching characters because it is a new set, even though you just previously won that set.
Right. Well, so I guess presumably
it might be
it's
just be
stay on the Ibuki. I would be very surprised if it was the jury. I would be pretty surprised if we were like, all right, time to pull out the jury after the Ibuki beat Art and got me through up until Grand Finals bracket reset.
Yeah, like I mean, I've seen crazier things. I've definitely
Oh,
seen
sure.
Shine go to the Lucia, go to the jury
Oh, I
in
forgot about the
situations where
Lucia.
who knows, maybe the Lucia right now, but I doubtful. Most likely is sticking with the Ibuki. You know, the momentum's going with the Ibuki. Just keep it going. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
exactly
don't
what it
disagree.
is.
I don't disagree with this because the mind games are working. And then Sakura doesn't even have an invincible DP outside of EX. Anyway, so jump kunais are even better. But the walk speed for Sakura definitely bringing a different dynamic to the matchup now. Oh, and that also too the reward for anti-iron. Okay, but
The Fireball game
yes,
gets to
basically-
actually be represented here too, in the way that we did not see from the Luke, just by way of the fact that like so many of Ibuki's tools just kind of completely bypassed the Fireball game. Once we saw the what is it, forward medium kick that immediately just kind of went over the Fireball, we kind of stopped seeing Luke's Fireball on the side of SpaceBoy.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
also
Like it goes over Sakura's too.
Also, like Luke's fireball works completely different than Sakura's, because Sakura's you probably charge up the fireball, and then it'll travel slowly, and then she gets in. While Luke is just like, oh, you know, he can't use his fireballs to get in. It's just like, oh, I'm just winning a fireball, or I'm punishing with it, or I'm zoning with it, but I'm not gonna use it aggressively. All right.
Closes out the round with it was a close round, a little bit of a scrape, but there were like a series of big counter hits there to Shine's benefit.
Oh.
Okay,
Case in point.
there's that walk speed that you were talking about once again, that walk speed making it so much easier for SpaceBoy to aggressively take space and move into a spot where the hurtbox displacement of the V skill, there it is again, exactly the same situation. Walk forward, stand short is like, no, I don't care that your V skill moves you back. I'm moving forward. I'm chasing you down.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's a tool that Luke doesn't quite have. You know, the walk speed. You can't deny Skirt walk speed. All right. Oh, the crush counters are landing. I don't know. Maybe it looks like a situation that maybe he should have stuck with the Cody. Maybe the Cody was the right call.
Yeah,
All right, but
I wonder. I'm sure they've played the matchup no shortage of time. V skill working out this time, manages to steal out a kunai store.
okay, SpaceBoy has trigger available, has a good amount of meter. Probably gonna get a super very soon. If he lands a hit right now, he's gonna get super. Alright, but so Shine's gonna have to be very wary, even though Shine does have trigger as well.
Right, big crush counter sweep. SpaceBoy gets to be in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, like and SpaceBoy took a throw, but didn't really press very hard afterwards. Cause look at that meter at the bottom of Shine. It has the trigger available. Oh, this could be problematic. He lands a hit now. Oh, he landed the hit, doesn't take it, takes the throw instead.
It keeps happening too. Shine keeps getting these hits that should be huge, and they just aren't. Gray Life adding up here. Is this no has the V reversal?
Yeah, has to though. The chip damage, surely Shine would have been dead. And that was a good calculation from SpaceBoy. But at the same time, oh yeah. Kunais do not stop fireballs.
Sakura wins.
Cody's knives stop fireballs though.
Maybe that's gonna motivate the switch. If we see the Cody switch though, like, I'm playing another game as Ibuki just because, like, oh man, I didn't want Cody and I got him, and then we had to go back and fix it. You don't want to immediately switch back over. Obviously, Shine believes in this particular matchup for some reason.
You know what? That was a very close round. That could have went either way. And you see a bit more aggression on Shine's side, like pressing the issue a little bit, and you see SpaceBoy responding in turn. And yeah, God. I felt the -2 EXDP was coming very soon. Just to make a point. Nice V shift, get out of that situation. That is -2. Shine appropriately takes the turn back, and is gonna take that round with all that extra pressure as well.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, a nice crush counter here to start out this round now for SpaceBoy.
Yeah, like you see a lot more of those big buttons just to dissuade Shine from moving in.
We're also letting these Tatsus rock a surprising amount. There's the trigger activation. V-Shift turns into a whiff punish on the background house.
Oh, yeah, get the dashed up conversion.
Okay.
Would we be playing Super Turbo?
It's looking like it. Double dash, but Shine just jumps over. SpaceBoy was playing Mario Kart, meanwhile Shine was speedrunning.
Yep. But SpaceBoy is gonna be gonna need to be very wary of that trigger. You get hit by anything? Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever seen that conversion. Yeah, I've
never seen that combo.
I've never seen that.
Wow.
I didn't even know you can get a Tatsu, a trigger Tatsu after that anti-air. I definitely, and the side switch too, into EXDP. You know what though? Like if there was any moment where you had to do that combo, it was definitely necessary there. All right, B ships out of that situation. Doesn't want to take any more pressure.
Right, this EX Fireball earns the charged Fireball after to try to generate some Oki. Ooh, you do not get to go to the sky. Over the space of this matchup, SpaceBoy gets more and more confident of how to answer Shine's air game. As I say so, it happens again. Back throw doesn't quite kill here, I don't think, but with a little bit of Gray Life, it might. Going right for the EX Kunai Shine. You've talked about it already, but Shine is really good at making that change.
You see Shine push baiting out the DP because SpaceBoy has proven that he is willing to bust out with multiple things, be it buttons, EX Tatsu right there, or EX DP. So that hesitation gives SpaceBoy the opportunity. I mean, or should I say the right to take this game, to take that game.
And that's 2-0. We're on the verge of a reverse sweep post-bracket reset, and Shine continues to believe in the Ibuki.
I know, it's like they're taking turns for the chores. I'll sweep now, you can sweep later.
Like, to Shine's credit, oh my god, that jump came so late. That jump was after the fireball was already up there.
I know, and the zoning game proving to be very effective. Like, zoning not the strongest thing in Street Fighter 5, but it does have its places, and right now it's proving its worth. Oh, and stealing turns
Right now
back.
that place
That's
is
negative.
looking like the corner. Yeah, gets punished. No mix-up. Oh, I'm sorry, the same side throw mix-up. DP reversal gets baited, and Shine closes out the round meterless.
Yep, and I like that route too that Shine did, because he did target combo, and you get the option to use the EX there, but notice that EX wasn't even gonna be necessary, so he gets to close it out with a regular rider. Oh, it's stunned, very close. Oh, the overhead because of the back row. Oh no!
Oh no, the V-shift gets caught late.
Oh, EXDP, we never scared out here.
Yeah, SpaceBoy will never be dissuaded. This man has a bird's eye view straight out of the stratosphere. Very nearly dead here. Not able to close out. I think Shine, I almost feel like Shine did that target combo in like expectation of like maybe I'll be able to trigger activate at the end. This is now tournament point here for SpaceBoy. Very nearly has CA. That's CA actually already.
A nice whip punish for Shine, but yeah, SpaceBoy, I think the calls that SpaceBoy has been making defensively is really throwing Shine's offense off. Oh, good escape with the.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call it the air dash.
She has a flying carpet.
Oh. Oh, this is looking.
These frame traps into the CA. Is she dead?
I think she's dead. Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's not dead.
No,
Wow.
still alive.
I mean, Shine has one chance left, but and it's not gonna happen. SpaceBoy with the reverse sweep, taking it 3-0 in the second set of the Grand Finals, Shin Grand Finals.
Shin Grand Finals, Shin character selection going forced to switch off of the new hype, the young blood, the new problem character, going back to the tried and true Sakura, where he cut his teeth in all these online tournaments in this last year. Respectable performance from Shine. It was just like the Sakura between the walk speed and even by the end there, like it wasn't just the walk speed. The walk speed was big, and the way that it interacted with the way that Shine had been structuring the ground offense was huge. But some of the way that SpaceBoy was structuring his offense especially in that last game, like some of the frame traps, it was just like you're styling on this person at this point, and it was working out really well. And Shine was just kind of caught unawares, and
yeah,
if you're not ready for that, if the grand finals post reset has swung that wildly out of your favor, then it's SpaceBoy's game to win.
Yeah, like you know what? Like looking at it, it seemed like SpaceBoy was obviously taking the initiative going on offense. Like Shine was also going on offense, right? But I think SpaceBoy was making the riskier calls, the hard calls on defense, which was really dissuading Shine from furthering that pressure game, which it didn't seem like Shine was afraid like that when fighting against Luke, because plus if you look at it, Shakura walks faster,
right?
So there's a lot of things you can do defensively that maybe Luke wasn't able to do, because she's gonna walk out of throw range a little bit better. She has maybe standing like is a very good counter poke in situations like that. Like her forward dash is a 16 frame dash, Luke's is 17. Not to say that it's apples and oranges, right? But with one frame, but that's an advantage as well. Plus the fireball game, which allows, while they both are playing a fireball game, Sakura has an anti-air fireball, which you saw was making he's using very well, getting some damage off of that too. And in a situation where Luke, you saw Luke getting jumped in on a lot, with
Right.
whether it be EX kunais or just raw jumps, that wasn't happening in Sakura at all. Right. And then also you have the added bonus of using the fireball game to get in, which Luke can't use his fireball game to get in because it's a stationary beam like attack. Right. So
Right.
I see like way different looks, and plus like the heavy Tatsu forcing the -2 situation where am I gonna V shift backwards? Am I gonna EXDP? You saw SpaceBoy making those hard calls again, and really throwing Shine off his game plan.
Yeah, it seemed like Spaceboy was very willing to live in the pocket. And I think for Shine, the question for me is, and this is always the question I think if you're a multi-character specialist, right? If you have more than one character, is when you lose, you have to take that moment and really evaluate. Be like, did I lose because of something I did? Or did I lose in a way that means if I played a different character, the matchup would have went differently? And
Mm,
I kind of wonder what the Cody versus the Sakura would have looked like. I assume, Shine is I'll bet any amount of money Shine is going to be way more knowledgeable about how both of those matchups, Ibuki compared to Cody, look going into Sakura. If Shine made the decision to let the Ibuki rock, then I'm inclined to believe him, but I can't help but wonder.
yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to continuously wonder, but nevertheless, I've seen them play. You know,
Mm,
Cody versus Sakura, and it's fine. But I think Shine just kind of wanted to exercise a different character. Maybe he was feeling Ibuki today. It was the Ibuki
maybe.
day.
It
That's it.
happens.
Let her rock. And
Yeah,
you
it
can't say
happens. I
that.
mean,
Yeah, you can't say he didn't win the matchup. Oh, and we've been wondering if there's a character that does well against Luke, and it seems like Ibuki has the
yeah,
right amount of tools just to at least dissuade the full screen game in a way, and or
yeah.
disrupt it. Plus,
Well, that
like
already
Ibuki being
seems
one of those
huge.
characters. Yeah, Ibuki being one of those characters, if you look at like most of the tier lists, they don't really hold her in high regards in the tier list. At least if you look at Asian tier lists, like Japanese tier lists,
Uh-huh.
right? She's not very well respected as a character. Her strength isn't
Yeah.
respected. It has fallen down quite a bit, especially with the with V shifts coming into the game. A lot of her left right mix ups, they're not as effective. But you see a character like that doing having very effective tools against Luke, a character who is arguably a top 5 character, top 10 character.
Yeah. Well, so to round it out, once again, congratulations to our top four: Art,
Hmm.
Arturo Sanchez at fourth, Prophet at third, Shine at second, and Spaceboy up here taking first place. That rounds out Street Fighter, but don't go too far. We still have Guilty Gear Strive top four to continue with Community Throwdown with all of y'all tonight. So we're going to cut to a quick break, and then we will be back with some Guilty Gear action. Keep it locked and loaded.